Hey Dream Team, so excited to send you this video of Dream Team news for this weekend, January 27th. I am super excited. We got a lot of momentum at the beginning of the year. And just here's a few ways that we won this weekend. So this past weekend we had 3,001 people in attendance. Over 3,000, that's huge. We had 88 people that signed up to serve in Kids Point. And so that's really a big win for our campus. 56 people attended small group leader training this weekend, another huge win for our campus. And we had 33 people attend Step 1 as well. So huge weekend for our campus, a lot of momentum built, and I believe we're going to carry a lot of it into this weekend. Speaking of this weekend, let's talk about what's going on. So we got our last weekend of the series Legend, and I believe Pastor Daniel is going to share a lot of vision that he has for the church, and so I'm excited to hear from him. In terms of setup, it's Group Connect Sunday, and so there's going to be Group Connect going on in the foyer, so we're going to have all of that furniture out of there. Even the coffee table is going to be out of there, but we're going to have banners up for the different group hubs, and they'll have little tables with them for coffee for people to come and get the coffee there. We won't have overflow, so people can we'll have to be pretty flexible on moving some chairs out for people to watch service and then moving them out of the foyer really quickly in order to have Group Connect. The student area is going to be one of the hubs represented. They'll be close to the guest services closet like they have been. First time guest tent is going to be inside because it looks like weather is going to be pretty cold again. Growth track Step 2 is in the multi-purpose room. We got a huge Step 2 expected this weekend, so get ready for that. And then Group Connect sign up. So there'll be some people with laptops actually putting people in groups in that flex room, that old college room with the sliding glass doors. And then the Kids Point sign up environment is still going to be up this weekend next to guest services. So that's how we're going to be set up. Until further notice, I know we had a few weeks ago passed offering buckets around during service, but until further notice, we're going to collect offering at the door. So we just need the buckets at the doors at the end of service. I do want to make sure that we continue, and especially this weekend with Group Connect, that we get the doors for the auditorium open as soon as possible. So for 9:30, 11:15, that means we got to turn around really quick. I'm okay with putting one row of drape up in the auditorium, so just one row of drape, probably 4 rows behind the sound booth, 4 or 5 rows behind the sound booth. But we really want to get the doors open quickly, and then greeters can help moving people into the auditorium so we have space for Group Connect to happen and space for parents to drop off kids. And so we want to get that happening really, really quickly. And then just a note from this past weekend, somebody let me know we were probably opening the doors to outside a little too soon. So especially with it being so cold and with Group Connect going on, let's make sure we don't open those glass doors out to outside to let people, out after service until service is ending. So let's listen for the end of service, and then we can open those doors up to let people out quickly. Here's a bit of news about what is coming up, some changes that are happening. I want to note once more about our new DHQ schedule. So just in case you haven't heard yet, DHQ is going to be closing their doors from 15 minutes before service starts till 5 minutes after service starts. So for those 20 minutes, they're going to close their doors. It gives them a chance to catch up and make sure everything's running smoothly. But really for us, it's most important for us to make sure that we are out meeting with people during those 20 minutes, because that's really the busiest time of the weekend, of the service for people coming in. So, and then Dream Team check-in is also has been moved into DHQ. So you're going to want to make sure that you get here soon enough to check in before DHQ closes down. So we always say we want to be in place 30 minutes before service. So plan to get here about 45 minutes before service, so you have time to check in, grab a cup of coffee or a bottle of water, have a snack, and be ready to serve. This weekend's our last weekend for our 5 p.m. service, so we want to celebrate that for anybody that normally attends the 5 p.m. We're doing a little pizza party afterward to celebrate everything that the 5 p.m. is done. And then in the following weekend, we kick off that 1 p.m. service. We're really excited for that. Can't wait to see what God's going to use that for. And here's another little tweak that we're making. It hasn't been formalized yet, but this is what a practice that I'd like us to start doing. We want to help people recognize when it's time to get in the auditorium, so they're not, maybe moving slowly to get coffee or moving slowly through the foyer. So if you've recognized in the 1 minute leading up to service, there's a really pretty high energy song that leads us into a 1 minute countdown for service to start. I'd like us as Dream Teamers to start clapping with the beat. Just no matter where you are, if you're at the front door, if you're standing by the bathroom, if you're an usher or whatever, just start clapping with the beat. And we want to train people that it's a signal that service is about to start, and you got to get in there quickly for service to start. So let's all do that this weekend. Let's make sure we keep that in front of us. Here's the big push this weekend. The big push is small groups. I want every leader to look at me on the camera, on the screen, and listen to me right now. Your number one job this weekend is to ask every single person that serves with you, are you in a group? Here's the win that we want to have in this season is every single Dream Teamer should be in a small group, because we want Dream Teamers that are free. We want Dream Teamers that aren't carrying burdens they don't need to, the burdens that we can share with a small group. And so I want every single Dream Teamer in a small group. I can't wait to see how sick I get of asking people if they're in a small group. And so that's the win for this weekend. Get in a small group. I'm planning to run a report after this weekend to see, hey, what Dream Teamers aren't in a small group yet, so I can call them or call their leader and say, hey, help this person get connected. So the 3 big things for this weekend, 3 big things that I want you to keep these 3 things at the front of your mind all weekend long. 1, Group Connect. We need to make Group Connect successful. We want to see a whole lot of people get into small groups. And so that means no matter where you're serving, part of your serving this weekend is Group Connect. So you're pushing people to Group Connect. How can I help people get connected to a group? If you're not connected to a group yet, get connected to a group, and then start helping direct traffic as people are leaving the auditorium. Hey, have you stopped by Group Connect yet? Have you gotten connected to a group yet? And help usher them into those environments where they could get connected to a smaller group. Number 2, get in a small group. If you're not in a small group yet, you need to be in a small group. So get in a small group. And then number 3, this is just something I want us to think about. Attitude. It's one of our cultural values. We want to have a positive attitude. I've said this in Growth Track recently, and I want to say it to our Dream Team. I hope that you've trained yourself that when you get to this church, when you get to Life Point, when you pull in the parking lot, you put a smile on your face. We want people to know, just by looking at us, that we're happy that they're here with us. Sometimes, without even meaning to, we can put off a vibe that's like, gosh, I wish that this person wouldn't be a nuisance to me by walking past me or by coming to this church. We want to train ourselves that we always want to make a warm environment, and a big part of that is just by smiling, letting people know that you're happy that you're here with us for worship this weekend. Well, can't wait to worship with you this weekend. Are you in a small group? Because if you're not, I'm coming for you this weekend. Can't wait to serve with you. Have a great week, Dream Team.